Welcome to today's gripping recap of Movie 7, a psychological thriller that doesn't just show you darkness, it pulls you right into it. Directed by David Fincher, this movie is an unforgettable journey into the mind of a killer and the lives of two men trying to stop him. The story begins in a city drenched in rain and despair, a place where hope seems to have packed its bags and left long ago. Here, we meet Detective William Somerset, played by the brilliant Morgan Freeman. Somerset is a seasoned detective on the brink of retirement, a man burdened by years of witnessing humanity at its worst. He's counting the days to leave this wretched city behind, but fate has one last, horrifying case for him. Enter Detective David Mills, a hot-headed young cop portrayed by Brad Pitt. Mills has just transferred to the city, full of ambition and a desire to make a name for himself. He's eager, confident, and very, very different from Somerset. Together, these two men must work to solve a case that will push them to their limits and beyond. It all starts with the murder of a man forced to eat himself to death. The first sin, gluttony. At the scene, the detectives discover the word gluttony scrawled in grease, and a clue that this is just the beginning. Their suspicions are confirmed when a second victim is found, a wealthy lawyer who was forced to carve a pound of flesh from his own body to survive, but dies in the process. This is greed. Somerset realizes they are dealing with a killer who is not just insane, but highly methodical, someone using the 7 deadly sins as a twisted form of punishment. Now, the hunt is on, but Somerset and Mills couldn't be more different in their approach. Somerset, the old-school detective, believes in patience and intellect. He dives into research, analyzing Dante's Inferno and Milton's Paradise Lost for clues. Mills, on the other hand, is brash, impulsive, and desperate for action. This dynamic creates tension, but it's clear they'll need each other to catch this mastermind. The third victim is discovered, the embodiment of sloth. This crime is perhaps the most disturbing so far. A man has been strapped to a bed for an entire year, kept alive but barely, his body a horrifying shell. The killer wanted to make a point, and he succeeded. As the case progresses, the city becomes a character in itself. The endless rain, the oppressive gloom, and the claustrophobic streets mirror the psychological toll the detectives face. Every step they take feels like sinking deeper into the abyss. And then, the killer turns the tables. He's no longer hiding, he's taunting them. Each crime scene becomes more grotesque and symbolic. Lust claims the life of a woman in a horrifying setup involving a knife and coercion. Pride sees a beautiful woman mutilated and given a choice: live disfigured or take her own life. But just when they think they're closing in, the killer does the unthinkable. He walks into the police station, calm, controlled, covered in blood. Meet John Doe, played chillingly by Kevin Spacey. Doe isn't just a killer, he's an orchestrator, a man who sees himself as the hand of divine judgment. But this is where the nightmare truly begins. Doe offers to lead the detectives to the final 2 victims, but only if they follow his instructions. Against Somerset's better judgment, they agree. The film ends with a haunting sense of emptiness. Somerset's final words linger in the air. "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for. I agree with the second part." Se7en is more than just a thriller. It's a descent into the depths of human nature, exploring themes of morality, justice, and the price of vengeance. With its shocking twists and unforgettable performances, it's a film that stays with you long after the screen goes dark. And now the question is, what would you do in Mills' place? Could you resist wrath, or would you pull the trigger? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more gripping movie recaps.